Hey folks, how's it going? I'm Josh.
I'm Taylor.
We'll be checking out what, lady?
The difference between U.S. and U.K. Ebola news coverage.
All right, and this is, wait a minute, who is this again? It is Russell Howard. Yeah, I was right there. All right, we didn't put in the title here. So you guys asked for us to check out this one in particular of Russell Howard, so we're jumping into it. It's only 3 minutes. Kind of short.
What's been going on? Well,
Oh, I did that again. Jesus, criminy. Yeah, we could do it over, but I'm not, so.
No.
there's been one story dominating the news, Ebola. Now, here is how it was covered in Britain.
Ebola cases in West Africa approach 9,000.
Hundreds of British troops are being sent to West Africa.
A small number of cases will reach the UK.
We can contain it.
Britain is at the forefront of preventing the spread.
A message for the public. Don't worry.
Calm. Measured. In America, not so much.
Fox News alert now, the Ebola emergency here in America.
The killer virus.
Spreading much faster than efforts to contain it.
Spiraling out of control.
Stop admitting West Africans into America right now. Can they go to the movies?
Hospitals aren't ready for Ebola.
Hell is about to break loose.
That's happening right now.
Right,
I
yeah,
swear to
literally.
God, man, it's happening right now. They're so insane. You can't even watch the
Everything
news.
is so intense,
It says we were
yeah.
watching news. I'm like, I'm turning this off because they keep turning to political. I just want to hear what's going on
Yeah.
in a calm, collected way.
Have worked the American people into such a frenzy, some of them have taken to the streets. I mean, look at this guy. I love him, but I'm not sure he understands how Ebola spreads.
I can't go to nobody's house and have some dinner at their house. I don't know what the hell they was doing. They might scratch their ass, got Ebola, and put some Ebola assness in the spaghetti.
They might put Ebola ass in the spaghetti. And what if they rub their nuts on the garlic bread? What then? He's amazing. I could watch him for hours. Here he is, describing the outbreak.
It says the person that has the Ebola in Dallas came in contact with 80 people. 80 people. Do you know how much that is? That's 2 40s, you son of a bitch.
That is how you teach maths. But just when you think you can't get any better, listen to what he thinks is the biggest issue surrounding this terrible disease.
The first victim is a black man. That gives white bitches more excuses not to have sex with black guys now.
You gotta remind me to tell a story of a friend of mine when it comes to that kind of stuff, man. That's funny. This dude is, that guy's a character. He can't be
That's
real.
right. We're all thinking it. The main problem with Ebola, he's not going to get any action. Damn Ebola, I asked 10 girls asked last week. They all said no. You know how much 10 is? That's 2 5s, you son of a bitch. So how about Britain? How have we been dealing with the Ebola crisis? Well, the response over here has been a little bit more British.
I can't imagine there being an outbreak of Ebola in the United Kingdom. I mean, the virus would hate it here.
Ebola would hate it here. The weather's ghastly, traffic's a nightmare. No. If I were Ebola, I'd go to Morocco. He's a lunatic. Ebola is a virus. It doesn't have emotions. What does he think? It's under the microscope like this.
Do you want to go to Britain? No. I want to go to America. Because I want to put my ass in the spaghetti.
Pretty silly. Not that it was my favourite British response. Did you see this? Former Birmingham City striker reassures Twitter fans, I don't have Ebola. Why did he have to do this? Because his name is Delhi and Ebola. Only in this country. Hope he's okay, because I heard Delhi had Ebola.
Oh, that's great. Africans and those names, man. I love African names. They got that MZ whip with that whatever thing.
Yeah.
I know that had to be exaggerated for the joke, but it was hilarious. I love that joke. But all right, there's a girl I wanted to date. All right, and we were friends, and this was crazy. We were friends for a long time, and I asked her out, but her dad said he didn't want me to date her. Do you remember the story?
Yes.
Because he didn't want his daughter to get sickle cell. I'm like, that's not how that works, and I don't have it either way. But that's not how it works. You can't pass it. I can't generationally, yeah. Like by like, I mean, but I can't give her sickle cell.
Yeah.
Like that's not how that works.
Oh my God.
This dude thought all black people had sickle cell. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. I mean, so we never dated. Not for that reason though. But yeah, that was funny. I want my daughter to get sickle cell. Tay,
What?
do you think you have sickle cell now?
Do.
You do.
I know I have it.
She has sickle cell. I always say sick or cell, but it's sickle cell, sickle, like a sickle. But yeah, that was funny. I swear, the news is doing that now.
Yeah.
That's why it's super funny because they're doing that now.
Except at first they were all acting like it's not a big deal.
Like that's well, it depends on which one you're watching.
Yeah.
Like if you're like watching Fox, they're like, oh, the Democrats are blowing this out of proportion. And then you'll like watch CNN, there's just some different news places all over the place. You can barely freaking trust them.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, you have a limited place where you can get news. Only time it started getting a little more reasonable and calm is with the what do you call the Falsey guy. Mm-hmm. When he started speaking about it. But other than that, it was all over the place. So much misinformation and so much censorship is going on now too. So you can't really talk about it too much. Mm-hmm. Even though like the YouTube said they would no longer like block videos because of it. They were saying that at first, and now they're going back to saying like if you say anything wrong or anything that's like not valid in regards to it, they can block it. But it's all automated. And they don't have enough manpower to manually review it, so you might get blocked, or there's a possibility you can get like a strike or something like that if you say something that's not even negative about it. So you gotta be super careful about actually saying what it is. So that's why I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah.
But the news is definitely doing that now. Over here, we always a lot of them they peddle fear, and it both sides do it. So it depends on what agenda they're pushing is what fear they'll peddle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like you'll see somebody like in like Fox News to put it like when it comes to fracking and oil.
Yeah. You'll
see more like I think like I've always mixed them like MSNBC and CNN talking about like how they're destroying the environment, pushing natives off their land, yada yada yada. And then Fox will be pushing it like saying like, oh, they're turning this around to something negative. It's actually going to provide all these jobs and it's going to help drop the unemployment rate down because we need these people. Blah blah blah. Yeah. So it always depends on what agenda they're pushing. Yeah. And you can always like see it clearly. Mm-hmm. So except for older people, like they don't really see through it. Like my pop still watches like the news and believes everything they say when they say it. Yeah. Because when I got promoted at Walmart, my position, I guess the news that said that if you are a manager at Walmart, you can make that you're making $85,000 to $95,000 a year, and I was like, yeah, that's possible, but not me. Right. Like he thought I was making that. Like I'm like I'm not making that. Yeah. No. Yo, we making $95,000 a year. I'm like Pops.
We need this and we need that.
Come on, Pops. Yeah. And like he don't ask for much. He was like, "Oh, you $95,000 a year, man. We going around the corner. You got to give me a fifth." Like,
right. Just something small.
Or like I consider for a fifth, Pops. even if I'm not making $95,000. But yeah, my Pops is funny, man. He cracks. My Pops is a simple man. That's the great thing about him. A pack of cigarettes and his pint and his cowboy shows. And that's all he needs. Man. But yeah, this was funny. I enjoyed this. Mm-hmm. Our news does do that. Yeah. So this was good. This really relates to what's going on right now too. So this is really, really funny. We should check out some more of his stuff too if he has any stand up. The Russell Howards, or if he just does this show. Yeah, I don't know. Sure. I mean, he probably does too, because Daniel Tosh started off like with stand up, and then he did the Tosh Point. I think. Yeah. Even though I think I only watched like 4 of his stand up clips. I haven't watched much of Daniel Tosh stand up, but I used to watch the show. Yeah. That's when I found out about him on the show, but I haven't watched any of them in years. I think I watched the first 2 seasons of that show. I forgot Tosh Point. Yep, it's been a while. Yes, I think the first 2 seasons probably what I watched. Well, yeah, this is good. I enjoyed it, and I don't have anything else. Nope. You have any sweets? Nope. All right, guys. Hopefully, you're out there being happy, safe, healthy, hanging out with friends and family. Make sure the crowds aren't too big, unless there's no cameras on. To make them as big as you want. I'm just kidding. Because a lot of people are putting them online, being goofy. All right, guys. That is all for this one. We'll see you in the next one later.
Bye.